Let's get some unity and get some real changes happening that make sense. Defunding the police department doesn't make sense. Burning down I'm trying not to swear, burning down a building because some criminal got shot in front of it doesn't make sense. Looting and rioting doesn't make sense. Are we on the same page? Are you guys hearing me? I wasn't going to make a video about all this, but I kind of felt compelled to. After everything I'm seeing all over social media, all over YouTube, just with everything going on, and I'm going a little insane just sitting here and staying quiet about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and just address this as we're just here. And you guys can feel free to comment. You can feel free to watch. You can feel free to share. You can yell at me and scream at me if you want to. I'm going to give you guys my assessment of this and what the facts are, because apparently nobody out here on social media has facts. They all have satire and hearsay and bullshit. Okay? So we're going to go through the facts. The shooting with Rayshard Brooks, the police shooting in Atlanta. Okay? I want to make it very clear what Rayshard Brooks did to even get police on him. The dude passed out drunk in his car at a Wendy's in the parking lot. Okay, police were called on him. He was cooperative. He got out of the car. Everything was good until he went to get arrested, until he realized he was going to be arrested. At that point, he fought cops. At that point, he disarmed one of the police officers from his taser. Okay? So he disarmed him from his taser right there. He is now armed with a deadly weapon according to Georgia state law and police policy. They could have shot him right there. Many cops would have. I might have when I was a cop. Okay? After that, he turned to run away from them because they were still trying to get him in handcuffs. While he was going in the opposite direction, he turned, okay? He turned 180 degrees and fired a taser just above the head of one of the officers. Okay, at his head. So he fired this taser that he stole from the police officers. And the police officer in turn shot him. Okay? That police officer is being charged with 11 charges. Felony murder, multiple counts of aggravated assault with deadly weapon, first-degree criminal damage property. That was for one of the rounds hitting a vehicle. 2 counts of violating his oath as a public officer, while Officer Brosnan has been charged, that's the second officer, with a count of aggravated assault and 2 counts of violating his oath of office. Okay? So now that you know what he's being charged with, this came from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Okay? They're the ones that investigate police shootings at the request of Atlanta Police Department. Now, they said their investigation is underway. However, they were not made aware of the press conference saying that they were going to charge these officers. That's the district attorney's office in Atlanta. They were not aware. They were not advised. Their investigation is still ongoing. Okay? They are the ones who actually tell the Fulton County District Attorney's Office what charges to pursue. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations put this out yesterday. Okay? I will read a little snippet. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation was not aware of today's press conference before it was conducted. We were not consulted on the charges filed by the district attorney. Despite today's occurrence, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation will complete its mission of completing an impartial and thorough investigation of this incident. Okay? So this district attorney acted basically, I don't even know, out of fear, out of ridicule, out of whatever. So let me explain something about this shooting, because many people really aren't getting the whole thing. If you fight an officer, disarm him of his weapon, arm yourself with that weapon, and go to shoot the officer with that weapon, we are talking about a taser, that justifies use of deadly force in every force continuum, in every agency, in every state across the country. All of them. Okay? So they go and charge this officer with all of these felonies, that he loses his job and he is facing jail time, and there was a rumor of the death penalty. Okay, so this is all complete nonsense. Absolute nonsense. This officer did his job. Was it unfortunate that somebody ended up getting shot and killed in the process? Absolutely. Is it the officer's fault? Absolutely not. The only person at fault here was Rayshard Brooks. Rayshard Brooks, who was actually out on bond, on house arrest, okay? He's on probation. He was released early from jail. You want to know why he was in jail? He was in jail for domestic violence against his children and his children's mother. He was serving a full year, and it could have been up to 7 years. They released him early, put him on probation. He goes out and gets drunk, fights officers, disarms one, shoots a taser at one, and gets himself shot. So if you guys didn't hear, last night, several Atlanta police officers, I believe 5 out of 7 districts in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia Police Department, they all walked off the job. They left. They walked out of their precincts. They dropped their car keys off. They went home in their personal vehicles, off duty, called in sick. They were done. Who can blame them? Who can blame them? So you're telling me that in Atlanta, okay, at this district attorney's office, if you do your job and you have to be forced to shoot somebody, you can now get charged with a felony murder, go to prison for the rest of your life, according to this district attorney. Makes absolutely no sense, and it's driving me insane, okay? They want to defund police departments. They want to get rid of cops on the street. They want to have civilian outreach for dealing with law enforcement issues. Anybody thinking this is out of their minds. Without police, chaos. Chaos. Let's think of what a area in the world without law enforcement looks like, okay? The first one that comes to mind, let's go to West Africa, Somalia, okay? There's no law enforcement. They have militias, they have military, they have some, National Guard type folks, but they're not out there protecting the people. You can get murdered and nobody will bat an eye in those areas. Is that how you want America to live? That's what you want to defund police departments so these people cannot do their jobs? And even if they do, you want them to get charged? Nobody's going to do this job. I was a police officer for 12 years. I was fortunate enough not to have to shoot anybody. And I will tell you right now, in that occurrence, if that exact same thing happened to me in the Rayshard Brooks shooting, I would have shot him too. 100%. 100%. I would have shot him too. So I want you guys to really think, and many of you following me, you're on the same page as me. We agree. So what I want you to do is I want you to share this with the people that don't see eye to eye with you, that do not agree with this, because they are not seeing the facts. They have no clue what they're talking about. I had somebody just this morning argue with me and tell me that the officer should have shot Rayshard Brooks in the leg. Let's think clearly. Rayshard Brooks is running. Whether he's jogging or running fast or walking fast, he is going away from the officers, which means his legs are moving, okay? At the same time, he's turning, firing a taser at officers. You're trying to tell me that officer should risk missing and possibly hitting an innocent bystander with that bullet, ricocheting off the ground, to aim for his leg. This is not reality, guys. This is not what law enforcement is, okay? This is not what law enforcement is. Anybody that is disagreeing with what I am saying right here, these are facts, okay? So I will tell you as nicely as I can. I'm really trying not to cuss on here. I'm really trying to be very just straightforward on my point, but get your head out of your ass. I am hearing, as of last night, people that I know personally that are very close to me that are law enforcement officers, that they are getting 20% pay cuts at their agency because of a defunding of law enforcement, based on all these protests and all these demands and all this shit. You do not want to defund police departments. You do not want to open Pandora's box, because that's what this is. Pandora's box will be opened when people that are wearing the uniform, that are wearing this badge, no longer care, no longer feel safe in their job and career, no longer feel protected by their own agency and their own people for doing their job right. Chaos. You will see something that you have never seen in this country before. You will see complete and utter chaos. You need to realize this. This is not a joke. And I need everybody to start really thinking rationally and speaking up. Because several hundred Atlanta police officers walked off the job last night. They walked off. Now that may be like, you may think of that as, oh my God, what are these officers thinking? This is their job. They're supposed to be there for the good people of Atlanta. Yeah, they are. But you know what? Cops don't only deal with the good people of Atlanta. They deal with the bad people all the time. Police officers deal with the worst people all the time. The people committing crimes. Okay? They also deal with the victims. But with the victim, there's always a suspect involved. Okay? So they're dealing with these people all the time. Okay? Criminals. And anybody talk about the Rayshard Brooks shooting as a racial issue, just delete yourself off my page. Just block yourself now. Okay? Because you're just too dumb to talk to. This is not a racial issue. This is a criminal and a police issue. This man was a criminal. This man broke several laws, committed several felonies, and he tried to incapacitate an officer by shooting him, possibly in the face, with a taser. The taser missed. It went above his head. The district attorney even confirmed. You can watch the video. There are YouTube videos showing the exact moment where Rayshard Brooks turns and fires the taser at the officer. The officer moves and fires back with his gun. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, people. You're killing me, Facebook. Police officers do not shoot people in the leg. Okay? It's just not how it works. They can miss that shot. Center mass is where police officers aim, and it's not to kill, it's to incapacitate. Okay? So please think logically. Try to put yourself in the shoes of these officers, and try to put yourself actually in the shoes of Rayshard Brooks. Okay? Now tell me, put yourself in the shoes of Rayshard Brooks and say that you would do the same thing. That you would be drunk driving, passed out behind the wheel, and then when you are about to get arrested, you're going to fight two cops, take one taser from one cop, then try to run again and fire that taser at a cop. Put yourself in his shoes and tell me that he did not make his bed right there. I am surprised he wasn't shot earlier. I watched the entire video from the start of the actual interaction with the police. Police were as cordial and polite as possible to Rayshard Brooks. And Rayshard Brooks was very polite in the beginning as well, until he realized he was going to get arrested. And then when he realized he was going to get arrested, all hell broke loose. Rayshard Brooks is not somebody to protest about. Rayshard Brooks is not somebody to idolize or turn into a martyr or a hero for any movement. This man was a criminal. This man was a criminal. This man was a felon. This man was going to hurt people. This man has hurt people, his own family. These officers deserve better. These officers deserve better from everybody in the community. They need your respect and they need your help. Because once these officers all over the country stop caring, once they stop caring, oh my goodness, are you going to wish that none of this ever happened? You wish none of this have never happened. These cops did a great job. There is not one person that can tell me otherwise. I have done the job. I was a police officer for over a decade, spanning 2 states, in the state of Florida and in the state of Ohio. I have done this job. I know how this shit goes. Am I an authority on everything law enforcement? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I had the mindset every time I went to work that I was going home at night, that I was going home to my family at night, that I could call my family in the morning when I was getting off, because I worked night shift. At 8 in the morning when I was getting off, hey, on my way home. That's what it was all about. These officers wanted to go home. And Rayshard Brooks, if he could have, he would have not let them go home. These defunding police department ideas are terrible. Absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, I have a personal feeling with this. I have somebody very close to me who's a police officer who is now losing funding for his job, and he's going to lose 20% pay. The cops don't get paid much, guys. I was paycheck to paycheck unless I worked overtime, unless I worked off-duty jobs. I was paycheck to paycheck. Cops all over the country, we're not making $100K a year unless you're working a shitload of hours. What are we making? 50, 60, 70 at some great agencies? Tops? You want to take 20% of the officer's pay and still have them go and do this job. Oh, and when they do their job right, they still get ridiculed. They still get just the nasty media coming all over them. They still are getting indicted. Up here, guys, this is not difficult. This is not difficult. Think what this world would be without police officers. When you get in a car accident, who do you call? 911. I got in a car accident, please send help. Please. That's what you do. If your car gets broken into, who do you call? Police. Oh my God, my stuff's missing. Oh my God. Someone come help me. If your house gets burglarized, who do you call? If you get assaulted, who do you call? I hope it never happens to anybody that's watching, but if you're in a domestic violence situation, man or woman, who are you calling for help? It's the damn police. Now take all of it away. Cops aren't going to want to do this job if they aren't given the ability to do this job. They are the absolute most important part of the safety of this country. And you know what? Yeah, there's bad officers. Absolutely. There's bad officers. Derek Chauvin, the guy who kneeled on that poor man's neck and killed him, he is an asshole. He deserves to go to jail. Okay? We are not talking about officers like that. He is not the majority. He is the overwhelming minority. No one likes him. Police officers do not like him. He's an asshole. We all agree. All day long, all over the country, police officers have interaction after interaction after interaction with citizens, both criminals and victims, or just walking around. And guess what? Those interactions go perfectly. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody sometimes goes to jail. Sometimes things are okay. And people can shake hands, smile, and go about their day. But sometimes an officer is forced to do his job. These officers in Atlanta were forced to do their job. And trust me, they don't want to have a life on their hands. Nobody wants to kill anybody. Nobody. I don't want that on my conscience. Thank God I never had to. I almost did several times. I've had people pull knives and guns on me. Thankfully, I was very skilled and able to control people and nice and strong because I like to, stay nice and big. I was able to control this. But you know what? If that guy was just a little more skilled than me, he could have killed me with that knife or with that gun. This is not an easy job. This is not an easy career, guys. I want every single one of you to thank police officers out there. Okay? Stop demonizing them. They don't deserve it. They're just like you. They're just like me. They're just people. They're just people doing a job. I did the job. A lot of people on here watching do the job. Thank them. Don't criticize them. Had to get that out, guys. I had to. It's killing me. 2020 has been a mess. 2020's been a mess. You know what? It's going to take all of us to really push a positive narrative forward. All of us. I'll start. Many people have started. Push a positive narrative. Let's get some unity going on. Let's get some unity and get some real changes happening that make sense. Defunding the police department doesn't make sense. Burning down I'm trying not to swear. Burning down a building because some criminal got shot in front of it doesn't make sense. Looting and rioting doesn't make sense. Are we on the same page? Are you guys hearing me? Let's start using our brains a little bit. I love all you guys for watching. I love all you guys for commenting. I love all you guys for sharing this video. And share it. Let's get this out there. Let's get the real facts out there. I gotta go to work. I'm all steamed up. I can't even drink coffee. I'm too amped up now. If you guys need me, you guys know where to reach me. I'll be working all day till 6 p.m. And hopefully I don't see any more nonsense on here or on YouTube or on the media where I have to come out here and set some facts straight. All of you officers out there, be safe. All of you civilians out there, think. These officers are not out here to hurt you. These officers are out here to help you. If you do something wrong, if you're speeding and you deserve a ticket, shut up and take your ticket. Shut up. Take your damn ticket. If you do something wrong, own it. Let me tell you something. When I used to pull somebody over for something, and they're like, damn, officer, I was speeding. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to my daughter's dance recital. I would be like, all good, bro. I mean, you were only going 10 over. Handshake, peace, done. That happens all the time. Happens all the time. Let's have some mutual respect. These people that wear this badge deserve your respect because they're out there risking their lives for bullshit pay. They ain't making money. They're getting paid bullshit money. Most officers out there making well under 60K a year. Well under. That's gross. That's not what they're taking home. Let's love each other, y'all. Everybody. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what uniform you wear. I don't care what job you do. Anybody comes up to me, come shake my hand. Give me a smile. I'll probably give you a hug. I'm a hugger. I don't care about COVID. I'm a hugger. I'll give you a kiss on the cheek, too. I'm European. I can do that. But, guys, let's have some respect. Let's have some love for each other. Keep spreading positive messages. Keep facts out there. Enough of this bullshit. I love you guys. I got to get to work.